Ito na naman ako. I'm back. And medyo marami din tayo natanggap na mga PM last night. So, address natin yun. And I admit, yung mga tanong kasi hindi ko talaga na bigyan ng ng sagot directly kung paano nga ba talaga bibigyan yun ng tugon, Kasi I was only focused last night with the introduction on what are flowcharts, how to correctly create one in terms of its standardized guidelines and technical aspect on what a flowchart is, what a flowchart is, ano ba yun? And what are the key elements, design elements na should be found within the flowchart, how to properly design the flow of your flowchart from left to right, similar to how you read paragraphs and sentences in English. Of course, kung Arabic naman yung gagawin mo, right to left. But, generally speaking, we're gonna be presenting the flowchart from left to right. O, ganun. So, anyway, so yun nga po yung mga nag-PM sa atin kagabi, mga nagtanong, regarding naman sa paggawa talaga ng flowchart. I mean, the exact creation of the flowchart. How do you make it? Anong application ba ang ginagamit? And one triggering question was, paano sir kung offline? Kasi nga, yung in-endorse ng division natin na application on how to create a flowchart is using an online tool, which I rarely use kasi I am not fond of using online tools to create offline tasks. So, as much as possible, yung mga productivity tools na ginagamit ko, yung available sa atin. First and foremost, kasi nga, this is a Microsoft country. Shout out kay Microsoft. Since this is a Microsoft country, Philippines is a Microsoft country, meaning it's a country where we are dominated by productivity tools developed by Microsoft. And that includes Microsoft Office 365, which comprises of a lot of different software applications. And shout outs kay Ma'am Aldiguer, yung chief ng region, na like po siya sa ating stream. Yung ibig po natin sabihin dito, tinutukoy natin is, these tools are already available for us. So, we need to maximize these tools. I personally don't use Microsoft Office when creating a flowchart. I use Adobe Illustrator. Kasi, I'm on the end part ng mga employees siguro ng DepEd who utilizes Adobe applications when it comes to illustrations. Kasi nga, yun yung parang objective talaga ng Adobe Illustrator to create illustrations. So, posters, doon po, yun yung ginagamit ko. And then, sometimes I also use Photoshop. Kasi before, I started with Photoshop talaga. Doon talaga ako nagsimula. And then, hanggang sa nag-progress tayo with Illustrator, Audacity, Audition and then Premiere. And of course, yung pinaka-last is yung After Effects. But on most cases, in general, majority of our population sa DepEd are not into these tools. Hindi sila well-tuned. Hindi nila forte yun. So, most of the time, ang ginagawa nila, ano lang yung available, ano rin yung i-endorse ng ating agency. Excuse me, nag-left and right ako kasi tinitingnan ko po yung mga comments, no? And yung may mga PM na naman po kasi. So, yun nga po. We will make use of Microsoft Word. Pwede po natin gamitin yung Microsoft Word in creating flowcharts. Ang lamang po nito, compared to using the online application na in-endorse ng division natin, which is, there's nothing wrong with it. Ang problema lang kasi nun, wala kang control sa resolution ng image, ng flowchart mo when it is downloaded and inserted in your document. Kaya most of the time, kapag malaki yung flowchart mo, sa mismong Lucid chart kasi yung in-endorse if I'm not mistaken, yung online application na yun. Yung Lucid chart kasi, hindi niya control kung gaano kalaki yung page ng document. So, basta lang, magawa yung flowchart mo, yun na yun. And then when you grab it, you downloaded it from the online application, and then when you paste it to your document, napipilitan ka to shrink the image itself kung masyadong malaki yung flowchart mo. Or kung maliit, kung sabihin natin, kasya lang nga yung flowchart mo, pixelated naman kasi siya, kasi bumaba yung resolution. So when you're going to print it, ang mangyayari dahil pixelated yung image ng flowchart mo, hindi rin maganda tingnan. So yun yung problema. Whereas when you're going to use directly the application of which you were using in writing your paper, so mas magiging madali on your end when you're going to print it, and the resolution may control ka. Kasi hindi nagda-downgrade yung resolution ni Microsoft Word when you will be using it to create illustrations. So anong gagawin natin tonight? We're going to saan na yun? Ito. We're going to use this. Ito yung presentation na ginamit natin kagabi. We're going to try to mimic this. Try. Kasi hindi ko pa ginawa. We're going to try to mimic this, and then kopyahin natin ito dun sa Microsoft Word. The challenge here is, kasi nga, when I presented this to you last night, I used a slideshow, PowerPoint. So, ginamitan natin siya ng PowerPoint last night, kaya po naka-landscape yung format niya. But when you will be using your flowchart as a presentation of your document, most of the time, you will be using it in portrait format. So, nakatayo, vertical, hindi na siya horizontal. So, there's this, parang change in orientation. Hindi gender orientation. Paper orientation. So, we're gonna be changing the paper orientation of our flowchart from landscape to portrait mode. Ganon. Yun yung magiging challenge natin ngayon. So, if I were going to use Microsoft Word in creating a flowchart, ano bang gagawin ko? Paano ko siya gagawin? So, we're gonna do that right now, no? So, let's go to the demo scene. Let's proceed to our demo scene. Ito yung demo scene natin. And then, we're gonna be opening our Microsoft Word. So, yan po. Ayan na. Yan ang ating Microsoft Word. So, we're going to mimic. Anong i-mimic natin? I-mimic po natin to. Kopyahin natin to. Ililipat natin siya dito sa ating Microsoft Word. So, kung nakikita nyo po yung Microsoft Word natin, yan ang mouse ko. Nilagyan ko na po siya ng highlighter para makita po ninyo. I-zoom in, makaka-zoom in and zoom out tayo. So, let's start. First and foremost, ang una mong gagawin, or ang una kong ginagawa, I do not go directly to the Microsoft Word, or for whatever application it is. I do not go directly there and then create my flowchart. Hindi po ganun. Hindi ako ganun kagaling. Okay? What I do is, and my clients who asked me to create flowcharts for them, what I do is, nilalagay ko po muna siya sa papel. Drawing ko po muna. Ito yung magiging start. Ito yung next step. Ito yung next process. So, isa-isa ko po yung drawing sa papel. And then, kapag nasa papel na siya, hindi naman kasi perfect yun. So, merong mga erasures, etc., etc. Kapag fixed na po ako, meaning, okay na ako sa nagawa kong draft, saka ko po siya nililipat sa aking Adobe Illustrator. In this case, saka ko siya ililipat sa ating Microsoft Word. But I don't need to do that anymore because meron na tayong ginawang output kahapon. Ito yung output natin kahapon eh. So, what we will be doing is, we're going to mimic this one into our Microsoft Word. So, first things first, anong una? Bilangin natin ilan ba yung mga shapes. Yan yung una kong ginagawa. Binibilang ko ilan yung shapes. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, I have 17 shapes. So, 17 shapes, ang mangyayari niyan, kasi nga, yung Microsoft Word natin, nakatayo siya. So, kung i-divide mo siya per column, ilan yung ilalagay ko? Per row, ilan yung ilalagay ko? So, 17, so hindi siya buo, meaning kung sa Bisaya pa, bungkig siya, hindi siya fixed, hindi siya even number. And, paano ko ba siya i-divide? So, ang gagawin ko niyan, yung start and yung end, ilalagay ko lang siya sa top and bottom. So, ihiwalay ko siya. Ilan ang naiwan ngayon? I only have 15. So, I only have 15 shapes to deal with. So, start, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ganun ang plano natin. We'll try to do that. So, I have to create an illustration wherein I will have 5 rows, but the first row will only have one shape. The second, third, and fourth row will have 5 shapes, and then the fifth row will only have one shape. Nakuha niyo po ba? Kasi 17 shapes siya eh. So, i-arrange ko siya ng patayo. So, dahil 17 siya, tanggalin ko yung start and end, ang naiwan 15 na lang. Yung 15, ang i-divide ko ngayon dito sa aking document. So, most likely, ang gagawin ko po niyan, para mas madali siyang hatiin, 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns with 3 rows. So, for each row, mayroong 5 shape. So, we will have 3 rows, 3 yung nakahiga, ganyan, 3 nakahiga, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or, you can also do it the other way around. Kung sa tingin mo masyadong maliit yung spacing, gawin nyo pong 3 columns, 5 rows. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, ganun yung magiging ano mo. And then, 16 and then 17, the last part. So, ganun yung magiging ano mo. So, paano po mas sigurado yung alignment? Ang ginagawa ko po is, i-zoom ko muna siya ng konti. Nasa taas kasi yung monitor ko eh. So, what I usually do is, para yung alignment, may guide ako, gumagawa ako ng grid. So, hanapin nyo po dito, meron po tayong grid. Teka, saan ba yun? Where is the grid? Layout. Saan ba yun? Insert, view. Hanapin ko po muna ha. Meron tong grid row eh. I forgot. Saan ba siya? View. Ayun, grid lines. Ito po. Ito siya. Ito. It is under the view tab. Kaling na ko dito kanina. Meron po diyang ruler and then grid lines. I-click nyo po yung grid lines. Yan po ginagawa ko. So, that will be my guide. Hindi po yan siya lalabas pag magpiprint kayo. This is only for the draft. Dito lang po yan sa Microsoft Word. So, ang gagawin po niyan is, yan po ang titingnan ko, ang magiging guide ko, for me to be sure na ano pa tawag ito? Yung pong ating presentation, ng ating illustration, will be aligned. Okay? So, I have. Okay po, shout out ka Ma'am Vilma Pulgo. Magandang gabi po ma'am. Thanks for watching. Kay Ma'am si Irish, si Irish, classmate ko po ito ng high school. Shout out to kay Irish. Musta Japan? Anyway, so, gawa tayo ng grid lines. So, yung margin naman po yung titingnan natin. Yung margin niya, kung titingnan nyo po niya, yan, parang naka-normal siya, ano? So, 1 inch, 1 inch. Check natin. Punta tayo sa home. Meron po tayo, layout. Punta sa layout. Meron po tayong margins dyan. Click nyo po yung margins. Naka-normal nga siya. Top, bottom, left, and right. Is nakaset po siya sa 1 inch. So, para hindi masyadong masikip yung ating working paper or working document, palitan natin yung ating margins. Gawin nating narrow. Yan. So, basically, it means that all of these part na merong grid lines, dyan po ay pwede po tayong maglagay ng ating flowchart. Okay? So, let's begin. So, we have 17 shapes. So, as I said, I will place here the start and then dito siguro yung end. Okay? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then isa dyan. So, that will totally be 17 shapes. So, let's start. Kaya then, first thing to do is to allow margins or spaces in between each shape. Test muna tayo. So, ang gagawin niyo po dyan, punta po kayo sa insert. Dyan po sa insert. Click niyo po yung insert. And then, meron po dyan nakalagay na shapes. I-click niyo po itong drop down na arrow. Pag-click niyo po dyan, may lalabas po sa na parang window. Ito pong window na ito. Baba po kayo. Makikita nyo dyan mayroong flowchart. And these are all the accepted symbols or shapes or geometric designs that are used in creating a flowchart. Yung diniscuss natin kagabi, 6 lang. Only 6. We only discussed 6. Ibig sabihin po nun, napakarami pang hindi natin na-discuss. But generally speaking, kasi nga sa educational setting and then kino-consider natin yung task na involved sa atin ngayon, so we're just going to use 6 of these shapes. Okay? So, we have to, ano ba pinakamalaki na shape doon sa kanila na nagamit natin kahapon? Ang pinakamalaki po is the rectangle. So, hindi po, gamitin natin yung rectangle. So, gawin natin siyang basic shape natin, yung process. Click natin yan. Gawa tayo dito. So, makikita nyo po, naka-align talaga yan siya. Zoom natin. Yan. Naka-align yung mismong rectangle sa ating grid. So, alam nyo po kung gaano karami yung magiging, gaano kalaki yung rectangle in terms of the grids na pangsukat niya. Secondly, yung grids din na magiging guide natin sa spaces mamaya. So, remember as I was saying a while ago, we are going to use 5 shapes sa isang row. So, baba natin siya ng konti, ano? Let's just assume na ilalagay natin dyan yung start na button later on. So, we're gonna be testing it. So, paano natin siya iti-test? Click nyo po yung option or ano ba yan sa common na keyboard? Sa MacBook kasi option siya eh. Sa, ewan ko lang sa Windows na keyboard kung option din ba? Option siguro eh. Control, Windows, option yata, di ba? So anyway, tagal na ako hindi gumagamit ng Windows, sorry. Hindi ako na-relate. Anyway, so gawa tayo, ano? Excuse me. So, press nyo po yung option key sa keyboard nyo, and then i-click nyo po yung ating shape to duplicate it. So, ang gagawin nyo po dyan, pwede nyo po yan siyang i-drag. So, lagay lang muna tayo ng isang space or isang box or grid for its spacing. So, gawa na yan. So, 5 yung gagawin natin. So, habang yung, ano ba yan, natatawa ako. Habang yung dalawa natatawa ko sa sarili ko. Habang yung dalawa naka-click, ano ba tawag dyan? Naka-select po, selected yung dalawa. Repeat the same process. Press the key, option key on your keyboard and then drag it again. Apo, ganyan lang. Okay, so 4 na yan. Dagdagan mo ng isa. Drag mo ka ng isa. Okay. Ayan na. So, yan na yung 5. Ano? So, click natin yung 5. Click natin yung 5. Tingnan natin kung select natin yung 5. Yan, select natin yung 5. Tingnan natin kung meron ba siyang alignment din dito. Parang meron din eh. Ito yun, align to center. Align to middle. Align to middle tayo. Okay. So, bakit hindi siya nag-align? Supposedly, mag-align ito eh. Align to middle. Ayun na, nag-align na siya. And then, we're going to distribute it. Click niyo po rin ulit. And then distribute it horizontally. Ibig sabihin yan, para po ma-occupy niya po yung buong width ng ating document. So, para po equal yung ano niya, no? So, we have that now. Pwede natin ito siya iurong ganyan. Bakit hindi siya na-distribute ng equally? Let's try it again. Align, distribute it horizontally. Ayaw niya mag-distribute. Ayun! Okay na. So, it's already distributed. Ibig sabihin po niyan, yung spacing nitong dalawa, the distance between these shapes are all equal. So, ang problem niyan is, kapag maglalagay ka na po ng arrow, alam niyo na po yun, ano? Kasi maglalagay ka ng arrow in between. Kapag maglalagay ka po ng arrow in between, napakaliit ng space. So, paano gagawin nyo? So, habang nakaselect po yan sila lahat, pwede nyo po yung paliitan. Press natin yung control sa keyboard. Pwede naman yun siguro. Okay. Yan. Adjust na, palaki natin ng konti. Okay, I think that's okay. And then again, we can distribute it horizontally para po mapantay. Ano? So, with that, adjust natin siya dun sa dulo. Pick natin sila ulit para ma-distribute talaga sila na maayos. So, align nyo po yan siya, then distribute horizontally. So, ang purpose po niyan is for us to be able to have an equal distance between each shape. So, kaya nga, na-mention natin kagabi that part of the design element in presentation of flowcharts are uniformity and singularity. Singularity in the shapes, sizes of the shapes, and then uniformity when it comes to the spaces in between each shape, the distance of each arrow. Mas maganda po na equal po yun sila. But there are instances na yung distances ng mga shape ay hindi equal. But if that is the case, then for as long as minimal lang siya, hindi masyadong malaki yung effect niya sa presentation mo, then it's okay. Walang problema doon. Okay, now, we have that. So we have 5 rectangles already. Okay? So while all of these rectangles are what they call this, are selected, we can just copy them again. Duplicate nyo lang po yan siya, pababa. Lagyan natin siya ng konting distansya. And then, the same thing. Ganyan. Okay? And then, we now have 15, what do you call this? 15 shapes for our flow chart. So, hindi po same yung distance nitong, yung dalawa. Yung dalawang rows. From first and second, and then from second and third. So, hindi po yan sila same ang distance. Kasi hindi ko na po siya kinonsider for this demonstration kasi matatagalan po tayo. Ang purpose na po natin is to demonstrate. So, now we have that. Gagawin natin, ilalagay natin, kokopyahin natin to siya, ilagay natin dito. So, that will be our start, and this will be our end. Okay, ganyan lang. So, hindi pa talaga sila pantay, ano? O, sige. O, para medyo pantay. Okay, ganyan. So, okay ba? Medyo clear ba yan? Sige lang, okay lang. Siguro, ang importante, makita natin. So, we now have a structure of our flowchart. This is the first step, creating a structure. Ito na po yung magiging structure ng ating flowchart ngayon. So, what we will do now is, sir, gagawin mo yun, gagawa ka na naman ng bagong shape. No, you don't need to do that. What you will do is, since itong ating flowchart na ginawa kagabi, imimimic natin to siya. We're just gonna mimic the design as well, the shapes that are being used here in our flowchart. So, this is gonna be the start, this is going to be the end. Ang gagawin po natin yan, yung start and then yung end are all spherical or parang oblong. Click nyo po yung dalawa. And then po sa insert, sa shapes, okay, wait. Hindi po dito. Saan yun? Shape format pala. Shape format. Sa shape format po, click nyo po yung dalawa. Under po tayo sa shape format. Meron ito na edit shape. So, click nyo po yung drop down arrow. Click nyo po yung drop down arrow. Yan. Change shape. Hanapin nyo lang po yung flowchart for the terminator. Click nyo po yan, and that will automatically adjust your shape. O, di ba? Hindi nyo po kailangan ulitin. You're just going to mimic it. Ganun lang kadali yan. So, ano po yung next step? So, we will have process, data, process. So, this is gonna be process. So, tama to. Data, process. So, itong dalawa should be data. Di ba? Yan yung dalawa, So, magiging data ito. So, again, go to shape format. Go here, change shape, hanapin nyo po yung data na symbol. Ayaw nyo lumabas. Click natin ulit, change shape. Ayan. Ito yung data na symbol. Click nyo po yan. And that will automatically edit the shape itself. So, hindi po mababago yung size. The same size pa rin po yan sila. Uniform yung sizes natin. So, that's data, process, data, process. And then, after that, you will going to have the decision-making tool. And then, the split path. So, decision-making tool. Okay, decision-making tool ito. Change shape. Gawin natin itong decision-making tool. Sana yung decision-making tool. Ito siya. Click niyo po yan. And then, this is going to be the alternate process. Tatlo. 1, 2, 3. Tatlong alternate process. Click natin yung tatlo. And then, click natin yung edit shape. Change shape. Alternate process. Ito yung alternate process. Click niyo po yan. And that will automatically change it as well. After nun, we will have the data again. And then demonstration. So data ito, and this is demonstration. Okay, tama yung demonstration. Ito lang yung i-change natin. Change shape again. We're gonna be using the data. Okay, so this is the process. Data, process, and then document. So this is process, document. Tama ba? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the last row. Process, document, data. Process, document, data. Process, document. So this is gonna be the document. Change it. Go into document. And then we're gonna change this to data. Change to data. Saan yung data? Yan. And then after that, process, and then terminator. Process, terminator. O, tapos na! Ayun. O, yan na yun. Yan na yung structure ng ating flowchart. Anong kulang? Ang kulang, arrows na lang. Ganun lang, arrows na lang yung kulang. Di ba? Arrows na lang yung kulang niya. So, anong gagawin mo diyan? Wala, napakadali na. Di ba? This is very, na sa inyo, sa part nyo, madali na lang siyang gawin. Kasi, na-structure niya, arrows na lang yung kulang. So, anong susunod na gagawin mo? Pwedeng gagawa ka na ngayon ng text. So, there are two ways to write a text here. The first one is you can just edit the text. Example dito. This is gonna be the start. Meron tayong right click mo lang po yan. Right click yan and then merong add text dyan. Type niyo po yung start. Start. Yan na. You're just gonna do the same thing. Hanggang sa matapos po kayo. Hanggang dito. Hanggang dyan. Lagay niyo rin. Add text. Lagay niyo po yung end. Ulitin nyo lang po yun. Yung ginawa natin kagabi, yung demonstration na yan, ulitin nyo po yan siya dito. Now, there are instances that the text that you will input in your shape will be bigger than the allowed margin for that particular shape. Example, itong sa decision-making tool. Yan siya. Ang nakalagay kasi dyan, do students understand photosynthesis? And as you can see dito, mas maliit yung font size na ginamit natin. It is because the shape itself is irregularly designed. Kasi nga diamond shape siya eh. Kapag po mag-add text kayo dito, hindi talaga siya magkakasya. So, ang ginagawa natin yan, gagawa tayo ng text box. So, the text box will be placed over the shape so that the shape, the text will be above the shape and it will denote what question should be allocated for that specific decision-making step. So, yun yung mangyayari dyan. So, sige, isa-isahin na lang natin. Objective setting, para makita po natin lahat. So, lagay natin dito, objective setting, right-click natin, add text, objective setting, okay. And then, next is gather materials, add text, gather, wrong spelling, gather materials, ayan. So, nakita nyo po, yung space na allocated is way smaller for the particular text input na ilalagay natin. So what you're going to do is Control A para po ma-highlight yan siya lahat. You can just minimize the font size here. So, i-minimize nyo po yan, ganun lang. Pwede nyo po yan gawin. Kung naliliitan kayo dyan, ito yung second option. Delete natin yung text. Delete natin yung text. Close natin. Doon mismo sa insert, meron po diyang nakalagay na text box. I-click nyo lang po yung text box, draw text box, and then lagay natin dyan sa taas. Siguraduhin natin na kasing laki siya ng ating shape. Ano? So, make sure na your text box is transparent. So, to do that, go to Shape Fill and then No Fill. Yan. And then, make sure that your text box doesn't have an outline. Ano ibig sabihin ng outline? Yan o. Parang mayroong linya. Yan po yung tinatawag na outline. So, when you click it, dito po, meron yung outline shape. Shape outline, click nyo po yung No Outline. Pag-click nyo po niyan, pwede na tayo maglagay ng text box ng text natin. Lagyan natin dito, Gather Materials. And let's make sure na naka-Control E, meaning centered. Centered siya. And then yung font niya, pwede natin palitan dito. Palitan nyo po ng puti, kasi puti nga yung gamit natin dito sa iba. Adjust natin yung sizes. Yan. Oh. So, kasya na. So, yun po. Gather materials, and then we have pre-assessment. Pwede na yan na lang. Kopyahin nyo na lang po yan. Lagay nyo yan dito. Click nyo lang yan siya. Lagay nyo yan dyan. Double click nyo ulit. And then, ano yan? Pre-assessment. Pre-assessment. Assessment. Kapag malaki masyado yung shape, again, just minimize it. Okay? Masyado maliit naman yan. Adjust natin ng konti. Yan. Oh, kasya na. So that's pre-assessment, and then let's go directly dito sa ating sa decision making tool. Kasi ang nakalagay kasi dito sa decision making tool natin is do students understand photosynthesis. So yun po yung ilalagay natin dito. Kokopyahin niyo po yan siya dyan. And then ilalagay natin yung do students understand photosynthesis. I hope I spelled all of that correctly. So, adjust natin siya, Adjust natin siya ng konti para makita natin. And then, pwede natin siya i-minimize. Minimize, palitin, reduce. Yan. Mali nga yung spelling ng photosynthesis ko. Ayusin ko na muna. Teka, photosynthesis. Ano, mali. Okay, nakakapital yung H. Yan. So, you can just adjust that one. Adjust natin siya. Okay. And then, malaki yung space sa taas, pwede siguro natin yan siyang 3 layers. Ganyan. And then, go up. Just like that. Okay, edge na pala siya. Yan. Okay. I think that's considerable na yata ito. Ayan. So, yan. So, you have, gulo naman itong Grammarly na icon na to. So, yan yung magiging, text box. So, when putting arrows naman, meron din po siyang shape dito sa insert. Meron po siyang shape dyan. And then you have the arrows. Ito pong lines. So, you're just gonna use that one. Click nyo po yan. And then you can create arrow. Ang technique po na ginagawa ko is, I first click the shape. Yan. I click the shape para makita ko po saan yung gitna. Ito yung gitna, Ito yung ibig sabihin na yan yung gitna. So, yan yung magiging parang focal point ko kung saan ko ilalagay yung aking start ng aking line or yung arrow. So, click shapes again. Click nyo po yung arrow. So, itatarget ko siya dito sa gitna. Go down and then, ano ba yan? Hindi pa talaga na timing. Then, shift lang. Yan. Okay? So, that's the line. Now, so, yun yung magiging niya. Tawag nito, arrow. So, kung naliliitan kayo sa shape ng arrow nyo, pwede nyo po siyang i-adjust. Meron tayo dito, merong weight ng arrow. Yan yung weight. Pwede nyo po yung gawing 3. Yung size na ginamit kagabi is 3. Kung ayaw nyo yung 3, gawin nyo po yung 2 and 1/4 or 1 and 1/2. Yan. Depende po sa inyo. Same thing you're going to do. Click nyo rin po itong shape na yon. And then insert again. Shape. Click nyo po yan. And then arrow. Ganyan. Ganyan lang po hanggang sa matapos yung what do you call this, ang inyong flowchart. So, when creating arrows that are, dito yung tanong kagabi kasi tinry daw niya na gumawa ng ano ba yun? Ano ginawa niya yung kagabi? Yung sinabi niya? Check muna ulit. Ano sinabi niya? Okay. Yung return path. Oo. Kasi nga daw yung return path nito or split path, example ito kasi ang linya niya is 1, 2, 3. So magiging ganun daw. So actually sa layout mo, click mo po yung sa layout, sa insert mo, click mo yung shapes, meron tayong zigzag na arrow. Yan po, pwede yan siyang gamitin. Click niyo po yan, start kayo dito sa gitna ng diamond ninyo, and then just drag it all the way to the middle dito. Yan na. Tapos, itong arrow na ito, pwede siyang adjust. Pang-adjust to eh. Pwede siyang pang-adjust, Yan. So, you can just use that to adjust. The problem with this one is, ang paggamit sa kanya is, kung katulad nito, kailangan nasa baba yung linya, you will have a difficulty in adjusting the arrow itself. So, you need to create a 1, parang 1, 2, 3. Parang, ano bang tawag dyan? L shape ba yan? So, dapat pala, ito is nandyan sa baba, somewhere there. And then ito, dapat pinpoint siya na nakaganyan daw. Yan yung ano niya, concern niya. Dapat daw nakaganyan daw yan siya. Tapos may isa pang linya dito sa taas. Which is actually a valid point. Kasi nga, yun yung problem nitong ganito na arrow. What you can do is, drag that down. Ito po, i-off muna natin yung grid lines para hindi masyadong sa view. Off natin yung grid lines. What you can do is, you trick the arrow. The zigzag arrow. You trick it. Paano? Yung gusto mong mangyari is 1, 2, 3. Di ba? Ganun? Ganun yung gusto mong mangyari. Di ba? So, parang ganito yung gusto mong mangyari. So, you need to trick it. Ano ba to? Ayaw niyang umurong. Wait, ha? Yan. You need to somehow trick it to present to you an arrow, ano to? Yan. Ay, wait. Ay, ayaw niyang mag-move. Ito yung problema actually sa arrow. Sa ganito na arrow. Teka ha. We need to trick this one eh. Wait. No. 1, 2, 3. Tama naman eh. Dapat kasi ayaw niya mag-move eh. Okay. Got it. We're going to go here. Flip. Ayun. Flip. Flip pala dapat. And then we're going to rotate it. Rotate. Meron yan dito. Rotate. Yan. That's it. And then pull that up. And then pull this one down to the opposite side. Yan! Yan! Kalimutan ko. Tagal na kasi ako hindi gumagawa ng mga charts sa Ford eh. So, yun po. Ulitin natin. Ano yung ginawa ko? Ang ginawa ko po, I need to trick the arrow. Parang sabihan mo siya that you want to create a zigzag line. So, yun yung ginawa natin. So, ulitin natin para makita nyo ulit. Naalala ko pa yung ginawa ko. So, yung zigzag, ang punto niya is ganyan. Diba? Yan yung target natin. Something like that. Diba? Parang ganyan yung gusto nating mangyari. Kakaroon siya ng zigzag. But the problem there is, hindi naman talaga ganyan yung arrow na gusto nating mangyari. We need this line to be horizontal, vertical, and then horizontal, vertical. So, ito rin yun eh. Baliktad lang. So, what you're gonna do is go to the shape format. Ito po siya, shape format. Meron ito na option, rotate objects. Click nyo po yan, flip it. So, when it's flipped vertically, so we already have the direction na parang gusto natin mangyari. So, we need to rotate it counterclockwise. So, rotate it out to the left, 90 degrees. Ayan na siya. Ilagay natin yan sa gitna. Ayan. Ito, hilain natin po siya papunta dun sa gitna ng arrow. Ayan na. Ganyan po. So, the arrows are functioning the same way na gusto natin mangyari dun sa flowchart natin. So, you can actually create a flowchart using Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word lang itong ginagamit natin, ha? This is just Microsoft Word. So, I'm using, meron sigurong differences with the user interface, the window itself na ginagamit natin dito sa Microsoft Word sa demonstration in terms with, or in comparison with what you are using sa Windows. Kasi Windows X, itong gamit ko kasi ng Microsoft Word is iOS. Naka-Mac OS kasi ako. So, kung Windows siya, siguro iba yung mga nandyan, pero yung tabbing naman niya, ipapareho naman. So, nagdi-differ lang siya ng maliit na presentation-wise sa user interface para sa Microsoft Word for Windows and Microsoft Word for Excel. I'm using Microsoft Office 365 of DepEd. So, yun po yung ginagamit ko. Yung official account natin sa DepEd email, you can download your Microsoft Office 365 using your DepEd email accounts in office.com. So, pwede po nyo yung gamitin. So, that's the same thing. Yan lang pong gagawin ninyo. So, again, this is just an illustration kung paano natin mimimik to siya. We are mimicking our presentation last night, ito siya, into Microsoft Word. So, ang wala dito sa ating decision-making tool is yung yes and no. Yung no kasi, kapag no siya, dapat magbibigay siya ng ito na steps. So, ito yung sagot na no. Pag yes naman, anong magiging direction niya? Ito yung direction ng yes. Yan. So, paano na? Sige, ilagay na lang natin para mas clear. So, dito ilalagay yung baba natin yan siya ng konti. Okay? And then, this is the text box, di ba? Kopyahin mo lang yan. Ipat natin dyan. Gawin natin itong no. No. Aliitin natin ng konti. Resize natin siya, kumbaga. Resize natin. Okay, yan. And then, gawin natin itong black. Of course, automatic. Bakit black? Kasi yan yung ilalagay dito eh. Kung puti yan, hindi nyo makita. Tapos yung yes naman ilalagay mo dito. So, may space pa ba ako? Baka yung margining hindi na pwede. Pero, let's try. Gawin tayo ng no. Ito. Lagay natin yung yes dito. Ay! Malis ka dyan. Gawin natin itong yes. And then, ilipat natin siya dito. Tingnan natin kung pwede pa ba siya dyan. Pwede pala eh. So, pag mag-print po kayo, huwag nyo na lagyan ng margin yung printing nyo. Or, i-reduce nyo po ito siya later on. Gusto nyo pa siya i-reduce. So, supposedly, ganyan yan siya. Yung flowchart natin eh. And then, this one will be directly going here. So, that's gonna be another crooked line. Yung zigzag. So, yan yun. Gagamitin natin. Going here. Tama ba yung ginamit ko na line? Bakit parang... Tama ba? Ay! Ano nangyari? Ito. Yan. Click nyo po dyan sa gitna. And then, here. Yan. Just align it properly. Okay? Okay, that's good. Yan. So, kasi nga, yung yes is going to demonstration na eh. So, this is going to be the demonstration part. Pwede naman siguro add text lang. Demon. Ano ba yan? Demonstration. Ayan. Pakita natin ng konti. Okay, that's it. So, this is the alternate path. Ito yung alternate path. Yung ending ng alternate path, pabalik pa rin naman dun sa yes or no. Or, pwedeng pabalik na din, or diretso ka na sa demonstration. Whatever works for you. So, that's one way of presenting your flowchart. Depende po sa inyo kung paano. Again, pwede siyang tatlo. Tatlo lang ang gagawin nyo. Tatlo lang na linya. So, 5 rows. So, 3 column lang and then 5 rows. Kung gusto nyo mas malaki yung spacing niya. It's all up to you. Kasi wala pong problema dyan. Ang importante lang is when you're going to present your flowchart, it should be clear. Maliwanag yung pag-present ninyo from left to right and then it's going down na naman, then left to right ulit. Ganun lang po. Ganun lang po siya kadali. So, I hope I was able to address the question last night on how to create a flowchart without using an online application like Lucidchart. No shade against Lucidchart. Maganda naman eh. Ang problema lang talaga is kapag ipiprint mo na yung document, kasama yung pag ipipaste mo na yung document, kasi generated siya sa image, ipipaste mo talaga siya papunta dito sa ating Microsoft Word. So, yun yung magiging problema. So, you can always adjust the colors here. Similar lang sa paggamit po ninyo ng Microsoft Word. It's the same thing. So, ganun lang po siya. Napakadali lang. Napakadali talaga. So, again, recap. Before pa kayo gumawa ng flowchart sa Microsoft Word, make sure that you already have a design. Kumbaga, nakagawa na kayo ng draft. Sulat nyo sa papel. Kopyahin nyo po yun, lagay nyo dito. And then, always make sure to open the grid lines kung gusto nyo maging aligned yung inyong shapes. And then the distances between each shape, between each row, between each column, pantay-pantay para maganda po siya tingnan. Second, you don't need to create the shapes one by one. So you just mimic what we did here na kinopya natin yung isang shape, isang process lang, and then we duplicated the shape 5 times and then 3 more times para maging 15, and then same sa start and then sa end. Those were all process shapes. Change lang po natin siya using the shape format. So, change shape to the desired shape for that particular step or procedure for that particular process. Yun po yung ginawa natin, ano? So, and then, after that, ito po kasi siya, pag ipiprint nyo na po yan, hindi po magiging pixelated ang inyong image. Ano? Hindi po yan siya pixelated. Unlike po kapag from online applications yung inyong flowchart. So that would be it. I hope I was able to address the question last night na hindi ko po na-discuss when I was presenting to you what is a flowchart and how to create one. Again, maraming salamat po sa mga tumatangkilik, nanood at nagpa-shoutout sa ating live stream ngayong gabi. This is Sir Wedz, inyo pong lingkod dito sa Facebook. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat and I hope everybody will have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye!